have any plans to meet up with the defendant at all?
No, I haven't spoken to him in months, probably. I texted him, but he never answered me back.
You mentioned in your earlier answer that there was this event called Complex Con that was going on that weekend, correct?
Yes.
And I believe you said the defendant was actually performing at that concert series, correct?
Yeah.
Did you have plans to go with the defendant to Complex Con?
No. I wasn't on that jet. I didn't get no phone call, so why would I? You know what I mean?
So that's, I guess, what I'm asking you to explain. As far as Complex Con, you had no plans to go there, and certainly not to go with him.
Right.
Did you have plans to go with Ills or with 12?
No.
What was your business in Los Angeles at that time?
Working with my artists.
And if you can recall, what are the hours that you're working with your artists?
I'm booked pretty much all day sessions. We was finishing up a mixtape for, I believe one of these labels wanted me to like show them like something like better than. So I had a couple songs, so they just wanted to see like a compilation of the work that I'm doing.
Okay. How long? You're saying hours. How many hours would these sessions?
I don't know. I would be in and out. I would never stay in the studio that long.
Okay.
I'm just looking for the artist.
At around 9:23 that evening, did you receive a series of calls and text messages from the defendant, Ills and 12?
Oh yeah.
At the time that you were receiving those communications, what were you doing?
I was sleeping.
This tool created my presentation in 30 seconds. Gamma is an AI tool that not only creates beautiful documents and presentations, but
It is a single photograph, a screenshot of a call log. You're on mute, or-
No. Let me see. Oh, right.
I'm going to show it to you. You recognize what you see here?
Yeah.
And what is this?
It's my whole house.
And is this a photograph that you specifically took? Like a screenshot?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is reflected in your call log here?
What do you mean?
Okay, all these numbers are in red. Does that mean anything to you?
Miss Cole?
And who were the people that you were missing calls from starting at the top of the page?
Rocky. That's a larger number. That's 12B, 12B. Elijah, Rocky.
Okay. And did you receive those missed calls kind of in quick succession? Meaning like right after each other?
I don't know. I woke up to a FaceTime call from Rocky. So then after I noticed I had all those missed calls, I didn't even like wake up and notice the calls.
Prior to you waking up, did you receive any text messages from the defendant?
Yeah.
So you're saying you received a bunch of missed calls while you were asleep. You woke up, you answered your phone, talked to him, and then you kind of went back and looked at your phone afterwards. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
And that's when you saw you had a bunch of missed calls from him and Elijah at 12. Did you also have text messages from him?
Yeah.
You mark my next turn as 13. I may approach people's 13 room. You recognize what you see here?
Yeah.
And just in general, what is this photograph?
This is a screenshot.
Of your phone?
I'm getting Robbie's
You said
text
yes?
message. Yes.
And is this screenshots, text messages that you received from him that day?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes.
said yes?
Yes.
Sorry. Every time you say that, or he's gonna
This
ask you.
is-
Yeah, but if you can, try to say yes or no.
Yes.
So there are 3 messages at the top that are in gray. Are those from you or are those from the defendant?
That's from Rocky.
And if you would read them one after another, what do they say?
Where you at? Question mark. Let's get to it. Stop ducking my calls.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. When he texted you, specifically the phrase "let's get to it," did you know what he was referring to?
I mean, I had kind of an idea. He went to like probably like fight or something, or like just argue or something. I don't know.
What gave you that idea?
The day before his conversation.
So you still have that conversation that he had with Jabari in your head at the time you read that text message?
Yeah, that conversation spoke volumes because I never heard him talk like that. And over the whole, I mean, the years I know him, I told him a bunch of times, if you ever had a problem with me, let me know. Because shit's not adding up.
Okay. When you said that you thought he wanted to fight you, what do you specifically mean by that phrase, fight?
Like, what do you mean by that?
Do you mean physical violence? Do you mean an argument? What do you
Yeah, like an
what do you mean?
argument, maybe like a physical, I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking.
Did, at that point, were you wanting to have a physical fight with him?
No.
Those text messages that you read from him, when you read those, did you perceive those to be aggressive towards you?
Yeah.
Now, you said also when you woke up, you talked to him on FaceTime, correct?
Yeah.
What was your conversation with him about?
He was just more so like, okay, so he was like, where you at? And I'm like, huh? And then he's like, where are you? Like, kind of like broke down. And I'm like, instantly, I don't know, for some reason, I just told him the W. You know what I mean? And then he's like, no, you're not. That's a bum ass hotel. So I'm like, and then he's like, show me where you at. So then got up to bed and I kind of, the Lowe's Hotel is on Hollywood. The W is in Hollywood. So it kind of, everything kind of looked the same. So when I showed him outside, I think that was good enough to the point he believed I was at the W.
Okay. When you said you received this call, were you fully awake even when you started talking to him?
No, I was still asleep kind of.
And you said he first asked you where are you at, and you said, I think you said huh.
Yeah, I said,
And then you said he broke it down where you at.
no, where are you? Like, where you at? Where are you? Like, kind of like with force the second time. Like,
Okay, that was even my question. What was his tone of voice when he said where are you?
okay, so the first one was like kind of regular. After I said or whatever, the second one was just like, wait, like it was a problem. Like where are you? Like where you at? Like you know what I mean?
And you said that after you told him you were staying at the W, he called your room a bum ass room.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
I guess it's it was like the W.
Like not as nice. How did you receive it?
Yeah, pretty. I was still asleep. I didn't care. I just wanted to show him outside the window to figure out what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? Are we gonna link up? Like, what's going on? Like, what's the purpose of this call?
At the moment you're talking to him, did you have any idea why you wanted to meet up with you?
No.
Okay, you said you showed him Hollywood Boulevard outside of your hotel. What was the next thing that happened in your phone call after that?
I think he said he'd be right there. And then that's when I text Elijah, like, because then I'm looking at my phone and I'm noticing I got all these text messages. Like I said, Jamel texted me too and called me, but I don't like like that. So I like ills. I know ills, you know what I mean? So text ills. I'm like, what's going on? Pretty much.
Hold on.
I don't remember exactly what I said from that day, because it was 3 years ago, but I hit ills to like kind of confirm like what's going on.
Yeah, and that's fine. At that point, did you know that 12B and Hills were with the defendant?
What do you mean? Like,
Did you know that
Coming?
them work together?
like come to link me?
No, I mean in general that.
Oh yeah, because it was on the plane.
Okay. And so when you received the messages from Hills and from 12B, you understood at that time that they were with the defendant, correct?
Yeah.
After your conversation let me clarify, when you say you're on FaceTime, was that FaceTime that also had video associated with it?
Yes.
So he could see you through the phone, correct?
Yes.
After your conversation with him, did the two of you make plans to meet up?
I mean, I didn't really make plans. It was kind of like link up. I wanted to. So we just gonna talk and like really hash things out. Because not like this, but like where we talk shit out. You know what I mean? Like I said, I call him Mr. 6 month man. I haven't seen him in a very long time. So maybe he hasn't read the room. You know what I mean? Like okay. Yeah.
You said in the past when you had problems with him, you felt comfortable just expressing that to him verbally and talking, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
And was that sort of something that had happened on multiple occasions?
Can you say that again, please?
Was that something that had happened multiple times where the two of you would talk and work out your problems, or was that something that only happened once before?
I mean, if we worked out our problems, we wouldn't be here. So this was an ongoing thing, just like open and entering, like promises or anything, you know what I mean? But I didn't care really. I was always working towards my goals at the end of the day, what I wanted to accomplish out of the situation.
I guess what I'm trying to listen or ask you about is, have you had problems in your relationship with the defendant prior to this?
I wouldn't say problem. I don't know. Me personally, I never had a problem with him, but I think he had a problem with me.
Okay. You say, I think the words that you used to describe what
No,
you
I actually do know he had a problem with me because in the text message, he says that I got him cut, like I let him get cut. And that happened a year something. So that means you're holding on a grudge and something I didn't even had nothing to do with.
Okay, we'll get there. Hold on.
I feel like that was our whole relationship, like just weird grudges. I don't know.
Okay. Are you saying that you felt like he had a problem with you, but you didn't have a problem with him? Is that?
Yeah, of course I had a problem with him.
But you had sent him messages in the past where you had expressed, your disappointment. You already said that.
I
Right?
did.
So there
I
was
think behind those text messages, I always still like, how you say it, like complimenting him or big him up for his success. At the same time, like you're doing bad.
Okay.
But in the same text messages, like I never was like just straight out like, oh fuck you. I never said fuck you. I probably did, but it was like real wishy-washy in the sense like love, like, I don't know, some, you know, but I never really got responses back from it.
I'm trying to understand, if you can, what your state of mind is as you're going to this meeting with him, or as you said, it's a link up.
My state of mind?
Yes.
I was feeling real confident because, like I said, I don't think he read the room. I'm doing really good for myself. So I felt like this is a time for me and him to like actually come to common grounds and be like, fuck the bullshit, you know what I mean? Because what are we doing here? Like, you talk to everybody else like that. You're not talking to me like that. Nor am I accepting of this. You know what I mean?
When you say read the room, what do you mean by that phrase?
Because why would you do what you did if you're not say read the room is because like you're not reading the room, like you're not knowing who you're dealing with. You know what I mean? Like you're thinking you could just he knows of me, but he didn't know what I was up to. So you're probably thinking I'm a bum or I'm not like this person, somebody you could just have your way with.
Did you feel personally like your music career was becoming more successful?
Yeah, for sure. I was going in and out of the label meetings.
Would you say at that point that was essentially the height of your career in the music business? Have you been more successful? Okay.
Yeah. In the music industry, yeah, I was at my highest I ever been because I finally figured it out. I figured out how to make money back into everything. So I made my own label.
Sorry, and I don't mean to talk over you. My apologies for that.
Mm-hmm.
You said that going into this meeting, you were confident. Is that what you mean by?
It wasn't even a meeting. I wouldn't even call it a meeting. It was just like I'm linking up with Rocky. I haven't seen it do it in dumb long.
Yeah.
Like anytime you want, like you're gonna go link him. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't see the dude.
What does that phrase "link with him" mean to you? Are you saying something less, more informal than?
Like if, for instance, if we had a problem, I felt like it could have been hashed out the moment he seen me, but instead it was like it got nasty. You know what I mean? Like he didn't read the room. He didn't take a second to think.
Okay. Where is it specifically that you ultimately linked up with?
Well, when I was walking from Lowe's, because it's kind of far away, I was texting Elijah, and then I told him I'm like next to Trader Joe's or something because I know the area of the W. So then when I don't really know the streets, so the top of the W is that I just instead of being on the side of W, I cross the street for some reason, and then I see Rocky walking. Well, I don't see him yet. Walking down the block, then I hear him. I hear him first before I even see him. He has a hoodie on.
Okay. Is there any kind of landmark in the area that where you ultimately linked up with?
What do you mean?
Meaning, you're saying I don't remember what the streets were called. That's okay, but was there something on the street where you met him that you could say we were outside of this?
Oh, it was directly across from the entrance way of the W. Like, there's a parking lot, like where we stopped at. Kind of.
I'm gonna mark my next one, Your Honor.
14.
Mr. F, I'm showing you equals 14. Do you recognize what you see there?
Yeah.
And do you see the entrance of the parking lot that you were talking about?
Yeah, so I was walking like right here.
There's a pointer. You see a wooden pointer anywhere?
So I was walking on this block, coming straight here, and then he was like somewhere right here, and then I heard him. You want me to check what out?
Well, I'm just asking, do you recognize this area?
Oh, yeah.
And is that specifically the parking lot that you met him in front of?
Yeah.
Alright. You said you don't know the streets in that area very well, but did you know where Hollywood Boulevard was?
Yeah.
And were you at all close to Hollywood Boulevard?
Yes, the main, like, strip, I believe.
Would that have been like, directly above where you
Yeah,
headed?
above.
All right, I'm gonna show you number 2, where Hollywood Boulevard is labeled here at the top. You see that?
You see what now?
Is the screen in front of you working? Just so you don't have to turn around.
No, it's not.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Along the top of this page, I know there's a lot going on here, but you see, you recognize this to be Hollywood Boulevard at the top?
I'm not from LA, so
Okay.
I wouldn't really, but that's how we will work.
Let's go to People's Exhibit 2. This is clearly marked there.
Oh, yeah,
Boulevard.
yep.
Sorry, People's One. Thank you. The street that you came down was next to the W Hotel, correct? I know it's not marked on here, but
Yeah, where's the hotel?
did you come down a street that was right next to the W Hotel?
Yes,
And you came from Hollywood Boulevard down the street?
yeah. Cause I traveled from the Lowe's, so I took off Hollywood Boulevard.
Did you walk pretty much Hollywood Boulevard the entire way?
Yeah.
And you said then at the W, then you turned and came down the street next to the.
Yeah, Argyle.
Okay. If you don't remember the name of the street, that's fine. Just, you can tell us by the landmarks, but what you're saying is you came Hollywood Boulevard to the W, and then you turned down a small street that was next to the W.
Is that yes?
Yes,
And I believe you said in your prior answer that the street that you were on had the entrance to the valet area of the W, correct?
no, I wasn't on the side of the W.
No, I'm saying that street is where you would enter the W Hotel.
Oh, yeah, yes.
And, but you said you were specifically on the other side of the street from the W.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go back to the parking garage. You described it before on People's 14, coming this way, so from the lower left-hand corner towards the top right-hand corner of the page in that direction on the sidewalk, correct?
Yes.
So would the W have been on the opposite side of the street?
Yeah, right here, so.
And as you were walking down that street, what was the next thing that you remember that caught your attention?
I didn't see nobody. I heard Rocky though. I heard him say, "What now, pussy?" But it's been so long, so what now, pussy, or what now? Something along the lines of that. Like he was like, "What now?"
And what was his tone of voice?
Oh, he was loud. Like that's what caught my attention. And then I seen Elijah, and then Jamel, and then that's when I'm walking. Like, cause I was continuing walking. I wasn't like stopping or waiting around anywhere. I was already walking. They was already there. So
Where?
I guess it was already on Argyle because they was calling me still. Elijah was calling me to see where I'm at. Mind you, I was far. That hotel was far. So when I got there, I'm walking down the block. I wasn't like waiting, calling them or anything. I'm still en route pretty much. So I hear him as I'm in route still. And then that's when we meet up and then we see the altercation.
But you're saying the first thing that caught your attention was his voice, correct?
Yeah.
Saying, "What now, pussy?"
Yeah, when I put you.
And it was loud.
Yeah.
Was it aggressive?
Yeah.
Okay, after that, hearing that, did you see him?
Yeah, truthfully, it was all like a movie. It was like literally
How
like
so?
a movie.
Explain that.
Just the way he was walking, the whole thing, like the hoodie, like it just caught me off guard. You know what I mean? Like it was no time to talk, no time for nothing.
Right. These people don't know what you're talking about with the hoodie, though. Can you explain what you mean when you say with the hoodie?
Oh, because he had a hoodie on.
Up over his head?
Yeah.
Okay. And was he walking straight towards you?
Yeah.
Was, you said Ills and 12 were with him. How close were they to him?
Oh, they was right behind him.
Were they facing you too?
My eyes was on Rocky at that point. Like when he said, "What now, pussy?" I was like, he's right there. You know what I mean?
You're focused on him.
Yeah.
But you can kind of see in your first read that the two other guys are with
Yeah,
you.
for sure.
Close.
Mhm.
Okay.
Is that yes?
Yes.
Do you know why I keep saying that?
No.
All right, see this lady right here, she's a word for, and she's taking down every word that everybody says.
really nervous.
No,
So I'm like,
it's okay, a lot of people get nervous with it like that. I don't want you to think I'm messing with you when I say is that yes or no. She has to take down every word that everybody says, and when you say or it's not clear what you mean. So that's why I'm saying you need yes or no. So the court reporter is clear.
like a bracelet.
What?
Bracelet.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. As best you can, if you could take yourself back to that moment, as you're walking up towards him, were you expecting to get in a physical fight with him?
I mean, at that moment, the way, before then, no, I thought maybe we were gonna talk. Or even when he did bring them, I thought maybe he was bringing them to like make a statement or something to like let them think that he's like tough or something. I don't know. That's what I kind of thought like after.
No, I'm not talking about Ills or 12. I'm just talking about the defendant.
Okay.
Were you approaching him of the state of mind that you were going to have a physical fight with him?
No, I the whole time, to be honest, I would never fight Rocky. And that's God's honest truth. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a reason to fight them. We're in an industry where you get blackballed really easy. I'm obviously on the lower end of the stick here. You get what I'm saying? So that's why in the video, you notice I'm a lefty. I pushed him away with my left. He grabbed me with two hands. If I wanted to fight him, and mind you, we're walking. If I wanted to fight him, I would have hit him with the right. You get what I'm saying? And it would have been fighting. Like, I stopped him with my left. And in the video, that's when you see Elijah, like, kind of like breaking it up after.
Before we talk about the video, we'll get there. I want, if there's any other way that you can explain that to the jury, what it would mean for you to get in a physical fight, specifically with the defendant, at that moment.
The only thing that would make me fight Rocky is if I'm physically like hurt, like if he punched me. Then I would consider hitting him or fighting him. But I would give him, just because who he is, like I wouldn't, and I think he uses that to like his benefits or like whoever famous that whatever that shit is. But like I wasn't gonna fight him.
What would it mean? What would it mean for your career if you got in a physical fight?
Oh, it would be over.
How so?
It would be over.
Can you
Literally
explain
over.
that?
You don't have a career.
Was that in your head?
I'm like part of a conglomerate, like a group. So if I fight Rocky and I beat him up, or we fight or something, I'm already not liked, and people don't like me and shit like that. So if I'm fighting him, I'm definitely getting blackballed, and all the labels like him, and work with him, and do this. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to swither my way in. You know what I mean? So if that comes to like light that we fought or something like that, I'm pretty sure it won't go good. Like nobody will do business with me or other things like that. You know what I mean?
Okay. I want to ask you just about a couple things you just said in your answer. You mentioned ASAP in that. Was was the defendant kind of the most successful member of ASAP at that point,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
by far?
By far.
Would he have been kind of the leader of ASAP, even if not formally? Would
I wouldn't call him the leader, but he,
Both can't talk at the same time. Ask the question again.
Would other members of ASAP kind of turn to him when they have projects or things like that?
not too many people. It wasn't real motion. Like they didn't. It was pretty much whatever Rocky got going on. Like people would try things, but it kind of got to like what Rocky's doing, or like stuff like that.
Okay. I mean, what I hear is you're saying he was like really the only highly successful member of ASAP.
No, because then you got Jabari that creeped through the doors, through his beat alone. You know what I mean? You got Ferg who did music, but everybody else, good luck.
Okay.
And I mean, good
Including
luck.
yourself?
Yeah, for sure. I was definitely down and out.
Let's take a break.
Okay.
Folks, we'll take 15 minutes. Please be outside the courtroom doors at 3:15, at which time we will resume. And please don't discuss the case, much so for everybody else.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. You are now watching the trial of Harlem rapper ASAP Rocky. So we have the alleged victim on the stand right now, and he does appear to be nervous. My thoughts. Let's see here. Knowing how people that work under other individuals in a group, how that may kind of how should I put this without it might be a little jealousy there, especially when you have, with the exception of ASAP Ferg, and obviously ASAP Rocky is the star of the conglomerate. The other rappers within the group hadn't made a name for themselves, so there's a lot at stake here. As we watch the testimonies, a lot on the line. There's a lot on the line. There's a big bag out there as well. When I say a big bag, if ASAP is found guilty of these charges, then that opens the door for a civil suit. I don't think that this young man who is be a victim in this case will have a rap career anyway. I think pretty much his career is over. What he had, what career he had, it's over. And someone say, why? Well, he's basically testifying against the hometown favorite, and I have an issue with him even finding the bullets went back and found the bullets at the alleged bullets. No bullets, they're not alleged. He turned over bullets to the police. The police couldn't even find the bullets, but he found the bullets. That's kind of interesting. Why would he go back and look for the bullets? Why would he go back there? And how much time elapsed from the time he allegedly was shot in the hand or the knuckle and then going back to find the bullets? Then the other question is, did he have the bullets with him? Did he travel with the bullets? Did he? And then the prosecutor asked him about how he traveled. How did he travel? Did he drive? Did he fly? Well, he flew in. So he would have had to been scanned. If he had traveled with a firearm, it would have had to been scanned. Had to go through TSA, even if he put it under the plane. So where would he have gotten those bullets? The casings, rather. Where would he got those casings? Then on the other side of that, why would ASAP be moving around with a prop gun? That doesn't make much sense, because he's a celebrity. He has security with him. Or he should have security with him. I'm sure he has security with him now. So I don't know if him having, and he has to explain that. And I think he might have to take the stand. I don't know. Depending upon what this guy says, he might have to take the stand. What we did learn from covering Tory Lanez is, if you have a witness that gives a compelling testimony, the only way you can kind of redeem yourself is to get on the stand. Well, Tory didn't get on the stand. He pretty much allowed his attorney to put on the defense. But in this case, they both have to. I think he has to get on the stand. I don't think he's going to sit back. I think ASAP has to get on the stand and talk to the jurors, or his attorney has to paint a picture that this guy might be envious of ASAP. I mean, he has everything going for him. He has Rihanna. He's with a billionaire. I mean, the motivation for suing him is great. It's great. But if ASAP was guilty, he might have get this, try to get this matter resolved. Hey, listen, let's just resolve whatever. Let's just resolve this. It's a lot on the line. He's facing 20 to 25 years. He's facing pretty much what Tory Lanez is facing, with absent of deportation. So I think that let's listen to him a little more carefully. Let's listen to the testimony, because I'm not comfortable with his testimony, because I'm reading it. I'm reading the room as well. I'm reading the room, and I'm not convinced that this guy was shot. So I don't know if you guys think the same. I just think ASAP is going all the way because he believes his guy's lying on him. And the fact that they were part of this clique is personal. But the stakes are high. They're high. And sometimes him having to do 180 days in jail and then be on paper for 7 years, that's a lot. And then the other thing is, would he be able to travel the world with Rihanna? Would he be able to travel the world? In any event, ladies and gentlemen, we have about six more minutes before trial resumes. 6 more minutes. Make sure if you're on YouTube, make sure you are hitting the like button. If you're on Twitter, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. What do you think the outcome of this case will be? We will be taking a poll before the trial concludes, and we'll see whether or not you guys see what I see. Because right now, what I'm seeing is someone that might have a bigger motivation to lie on the stand. Think about this. They're in a clique. At this point, he has nothing to lose. He's not in the clique anymore. He's not part of the ASAP mob anymore. So this is, an all or nothing situation. All or nothing. All right, guys, stand by.
WIA, which you read as where you at, correct?
Yes.
And then let's get to it, stop ducking my calls. I just want to display those because we redacted the name at the top, but so they did not be swiped. Okay. Um, Mr. Efron, I had asked you before how you travel to Los Angeles. You said you took a commercial Delta flight, correct?
Yeah.
Did you bring any
Yes.
weapons with you when you took that flight to Los Angeles?
No.
Specifically, did you bring a handgun with you?
No.
All right, right before we broke, you were talking about what it would mean for your career, or as you understood what it would mean for your career if you got into a physical fight or physically attacked the defendant. And you talked about ASAP already, but in your earlier answer, you said there would also be a consequence with record labels. Is that correct?
Yes.
What can you explain that just in more detail for the jury so they understand what you're talking about?
I mean, I wouldn't know if there would be direct consequences, like, but I'm pretty sure it would be out there that we fought and people would just pick sides. Like right now, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, he's famous. I'm nobody, pretty much.
Have you had meetings with record labels before this incident?
Oh, yeah.
And since this incident, have you continued to have meetings with record labels?
No, the moment the moment it became public, everything changed.
How so?
I mean, like everything changed. Like people knew it was me that pressed charges against Robbie. So everybody looked at me like I'm doing wrong for pressing charges.
And did some of the deals that you had set up, did those go away?
Oh yeah, I had to like pretty much vacate my label and everything because my artists they no longer wanted to work with me because of the decisions I chose to make. So yeah.
Okay. So not only the record labels that you were meeting with, but also the artists who you were managing no longer wanted to work with you.
Yeah, because they felt like many different reasons, but one, they felt like I don't have no credibility no more. One, and two, I'm getting labeled as, I guess, a snitch or something like that, you know?
Okay. Now, those are real consequences that have happened to you since this incident. But did you have it in your mind before you met with him at the parking lot that something like that would happen if you got into a physical fight with him?
Wait, say that again?
Yeah, did you know going into this incident that if you got into a physical fight that it would likely be the end of your music career?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to fight Riley.
As you were walking to the street where you ultimately linked up with him, did you have any weapons?
No.
Did you have any handguns with you?
No.
Did you have any knives, folding knives, anything like that?
Nothing of the sort.
Okay. I'm gonna mark the next exhibit.
15.
And equals 15 is an external hard drive or what they call thumb drive. Containing surveillance video. Audio. There is on one of the surveillance videos, but it's not spoken word.
For the noise.
Yeah, it's Honor, just so the record is clear, we mark this as catch 15?
The thumb drive,
Yes.
15.
On equals 15, it's the file that I'm playing is labeled sequence surveillance video. All right, Mr. Efron, I'm gonna play just a few seconds of this video, then I'll ask you some questions. And I'm stopping that. It's that reverse row. That's 30 seconds on the video player. Did you recognize the what was captured on that video in those 30 seconds? Did you recognize what we saw there?
Yeah.
And did you specifically recognize that to be the first incident that happened when you first linked up with the defendant?
Yes.
Did you recognize yourself in that video?
Yes.
Wait, and do the beginning, and I'll stop it. Okay. I think I stopped it at 6 seconds, if I can read that from here. The first person that we saw walking down the sidewalk on the screen, who was that?
Wait, the
You
person
want me to
that
play it again?
the person that I seen?
Yes.
Yeah, that was right.
No, the first person that we saw coming down.
Oh, that's me.
That's you,
Yeah.
correct? Okay. And I'll play it forward a little bit from here. And pause it at 11 seconds on the video. Now, the second person that we see in the screen looks like they're, physically right in front of you. Who is that?
That's right.
And when you first approached him, can you describe what happened in your own words? Whether we saw it in the video or not, just in your own words, describe what happened.
So when he came up to me, like from the video from what I can see, because you can say he traveled all over the place like 3 years ago. You know, from another video. But I was stopping a little. I could see I was stopping a little. Like I said, I'm lefty. I'm righty. I stopped him with my left, trying to like back him up. You know what I mean? And then
Let me stop you for 1 second. That interaction that we see, would that have been right after he said, I don't remember what your exact words were, but
what's up now, pussy?
what's up now, pussy?
Probably like 10 seconds later. He's still walking.
Okay. And could you see his face as he was walking towards you?
Yeah.
How did he look?
Oh, angry.
So could you tell as he was approaching you that you were headed for a physical confrontation with him?
His hands wasn't up. It was more so walking. So then when we got to each other, he initiated him, like trying to like grab me or try to like grab me by my collar. That's why you see like that, and I like grabbed him off. You know what I mean?
So as best you can remember it, he was the first one who grabbed you by the collar,
Then he grabbed me by my collar.
and then you raised which of your hands to
My left.
your left hand to separate from it.
Yeah.
Okay, and as he grabbed the collar of your sweatshirt, what did he do?
I think he just trying to tug at me and like talking and going back and forth. And then Elijah, everything happened so fast. You know, Elijah gets in the middle.
Okay. When you say he was talking at you, do you remember anything that he said?
Like I said, it was 3 years ago. But I could see what I said before. I want to say something that I don't really vaguely remember.
That's fair. But so as you sit here right now, today, 3 years later, you don't specifically remember the words he said. Is that what you're saying?
Not the words so much. So I feel like towards the ending when the gun came out, I remember that. I
Okay.
remember the words that came out when the gun came out.
As best we can, I'd like to go through it step by step. So when he first approaches you, you're saying he's saying words, but you can't remember the words.
I don't remember.
Do you remember the tone that he had said these words with?
Oh, at that point, like, we're pretty much damn near fighting. Like, he's saying what he's trying to get, I don't know.
I mean, did he sound angry to you?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Were you saying anything back to him?
Yeah,
Do you,
I don't remember.
you don't remember your words. Do you remember your tone?
I was angry because he touched me. I was just like, the fuck off me, or probably like. But then, mind you, the gun came out seconds later, so then my tone got really angry after. Because, what the fuck you got a gun for? And that's what I said.
Okay, so you kind of move forward. You remember being angry because he's tugging at your sweatshirt. Then he had a gun in his hand. Did you see where the gun came from?
Came from his waistline.
Okay, so
Came from his waistline.
This might be clear to everybody except me, but can you have Mr. Eckhart identify on the screen who's who?
yes, please.
I'm the one on the right, and it's Rocky with the black hoodie.
For the record, he's holding on the left side.
You have a sweatshirt with some type of graphic on it?
Yeah.
All right. Some photographs of his clothing. I have three photographs. Can I just staple them and collectively mark them as equals? 16.
16 A through C.
Okay. I'm going to show you 16A. Do you recognize what you see there?
Yeah, that's my hoodie.
Is that the same hoodie that you were wearing that day?
Yes, it is.
And is that the back of the hoodie?
Yes.
And then 16B, do you recognize that?
Yes, in front of my hoodie.
Same one you were wearing that day?
Yes.
And then 16C,
Yes, I'm sweatpants.
same one you were wearing that day?
Yes.
Okay. So your sweatshirt or hoodie had that graphic on the back,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Let's go back to the video. If I can remember where we left off. So you. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Too long for the video. So you're saying that you were upset that he grabbed you by the collar, but then he produced the gun with his from his waistband, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you remember which hand he was holding the gun in? If it was right?
Probably is right.
Do you remember? Or?
No, I don't remember.
You, and I don't mean the incident that you saw it, but throughout this incident, could you see the gun clearly?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you know the difference between a semi-automatic pistol and a revolver?
Yes.
What is the difference between those two used?
One of them have a clip and the other one, you just load up bullets.
Do you, if I told you that a revolver had a wheel
Right.
with, does that make sense to you?
Yes, it is.
And the gun that you saw him with, was it a semi-automatic, as you say, with a clip, or was it a revolver that has a wheel?
It's a semi-automatic with a clip.
Okay. Do you remember what color it was?
Black.
And do you remember anything else about it?
No.
Have you ever seen that gun before?
No.
Did you know the defendant to carry guns regularly?
Not really. I think one time he said I seen like on his wallet he had like a firearms in New York one time or something like that, but I don't remember ever seeing like or knowing like physically knowing.
Okay. I mean, like, did you personally see him with a gun on occasions before this?
No, he has a lot of security.
Okay. Did you, if someone said that the defendant was known to carry a prop gun or fake guns, would that have been knowledge that you personally had?
No, you don't carry fake guns. I mean, you don't prop guns.
Yes.
No,
You never knew him to carry a prop?
no.
Did you ever know him to have any guns? And I don't mean, now I want to kind of broaden it, so not that he would carry in public, but guns that he would have either at his house or anywhere else.
Not to my knowledge. I never physically seen any guns on Rocky.
Okay. Except for
That night.
that day when
Yeah, that night.
Okay. Now, from what we see on the video, the two of you move off screen off the video. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
And when the two of you move off of the screen, is that where he first pulled the gun out of his waistband?
Yeah.
What was the first thing that you saw him do with the gun?
Oh, he pointed at me, and then that's when Elijah was like in between, and he's like, "I'll kill you right now, pussy," or like whatever. Like just was, and then I'm right behind Elijah, and I'm saying, "If you brought a gun, use it then." Like the fuck you brought a gun for, pussy.
Okay.
That's the words I was saying to him.
When you said he pointed it at you, where on your body was it pointing?
Like towards my stomach, like towards like my headish a little. Like everything was happening so fast. You know what I mean?
And from what you're describing, was it moving?
Yeah, it was moving. He had it up.
Okay, so he didn't just hold it at your stomach. It was kind of
No, he was looking for a spot to shoot.
Okay.
Like if Elijah wasn't there, I don't know what would have happened.
And you said as he was pointing it at you, what did he say?
I'll kill you right now.
And was that in an angry tone?
Yeah, he was livid.
Was his voice elevated? Like was he yelling this at you, or was this something he was saying quiet?
Yeah, because we was yelling back and forth at this point.
All right. And you said that after he pointed the gun at you, you became angry, correct?
Yeah, I became furious.
So what did you say back to him?
I told him to use it.
Why
Nah,
did you?
Because mentally, like, I couldn't believe he just pulled the gun out on me. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you better use that shit. The fuck you got a gun for?
Can you explain? I want as best you can to the jury. Explain to them what you mean by I can't believe he just pulled a gun on. What is that? What do you mean by that?
Like, I physically cannot believe there was a gun in my face. Like, that was the breaking point for me. Because like what I said, I told this kid numerous times, if you have a problem with me, let me know. You know what I mean? I feel like this got to the max. Like this was like no return. So if I was willing to die for my respect at this point, I don't care. You get what I'm saying? Like if this is what you want to do, I still have my dignity. That's how I felt.
You're saying I can't believe he did this to me though. Did you ever think that he would actually shoot you?
At that point, I don't know. Like I said, I was just so mad. I seen the gun. I didn't care.
And so when you told him something to the effect of to shoot you. I mean, did you have a death wish at that moment? Did you want him to actually shoot you?
Oh, of course not.
So what was why did you say that to him?
Because I was just so mad. I seen this man just pull a gun out. You know what I mean? Like, I was furious. Like, what the fuck is a gun? What are you doing with a gun?
Were you mad because specifically it was the defendant? Or do you think you would have also been mad had this been, say, just a stranger?
What do you mean?
So if a stranger had pulled a gun on you the same way that he did, how do you think you would feel?
Oh, I would try to run. I would try to, like, if a regular person pulled a gun out on me,
Yes.
probably be dead. I don't know. I'd probably run, probably get shot.
Do you think you'd respond the same way and say, shoot me?
No. Stranger? No.
You think you'd be scared in that scenario?
Only reason why I said that is because I know Rocky. I know him. You know what I mean? So I felt at the moment that was the right thing to do. Especially, it goes back to Mr. 6 Month Man. I'm not going to let you feel like you come around and do what the fuck you want. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not about to pull a gun out on me. It's not happening. I mean, you already did, but I'm going to let you know in front of your 2 little minions you brought with you that, because I'm pretty sure they would have ran back to this crib and told everybody else, oh, I just pulled out a gun on Relly or did this. Like, no, if they're going to go back to his house, they're going to say, Relly stood up for himself. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yes, thank you. So I believe you said that Ills was the one who got between you, correct?
Say what now?
Ills was the one that got between you and the defendant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me play the story a little bit more. And I'm gonna pause it here. I think we're at 14 seconds. That person that we see in the blue jacket, who's that?
That's it.
All right, and what is Ills doing at this point in the video?
He's breaking up. He's trying to de-escalate the situation.
Physically get between the two.
Yeah, physically.
All right, I'll play it forward. Now, I can go back if you need me to. I paused it at 23 seconds on this video. The very bottom left-hand corner, we saw someone with a red kind of jacket. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Who was that?
That's Jamal 12.
Okay. What, if you remember, what was Welby doing during this interaction?
He was off to the side the whole time. He was not trying to, like, everything happened so fast. Like, from what I can remember, he was just, like, looking.
Running a small biz takes grit and hustle, but you don't have to do it alone. The UPS store has your back with packing, shipping, shredding, and more. We're your one-stop shop for small biz success. Come into your local store today. The UPS store. Be unstoppable.
Now, 12, he was off on the side. He was just looking. Like, and then when I guess he seen the ills into me, that's when he kind of intervened, but I don't think he would have did anything.
Okay. Is it fair to say that when you're having this interaction with the defendant, you're focused much more attention on him?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Very far less so than whatever 12.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll just kind of play it through here. And I'll stop it where this video stops. So right at the end of that video, we saw someone, a part of their body, their lower part of their body, come back into the frame. Did you recognize who that was? I can go back if you need me to.
Yeah.
Just a few seconds. Okay, great. Let's stop it right there. That is at 25 seconds on the video player there. that person that we can see, just the lower half of their body, who's that?
That's Rocky.
Okay. And can you see the gun in his hand there?
Yeah.
That's the same gun he pointed at you?
Yeah.
What did he do with the gun after Ill separated the two of you?
He put it back away, but I think from what I remember that day, those people that walked by, they kind of like stopped everything because once he seen them, he kind of like, cause I'm yelling, literally yelling, and that was like, I feel like that was one of the ways that like I didn't get shot too, because I'm yelling at the top of my lungs. You know what I mean? I'm making a scene. You know what I mean? So once he seen like those people walk by, he put it away, and that's when he started like kind of walking away.
The people that we see walk by, they had nothing to do with.
No, that was just a couple, I believe. That was just a couple walking by. Like I briefly seen them off my peripheral.
Okay. So after he puts the gun back in his waistband, you said he walked away. Where did he go?
He was going down the same block that he came from.
Now, the landmark street that you know is Hollywood Boulevard. Was he walking towards Hollywood or away?
Argyle, I guess that's Argyle down.
He's walking down Argyle.
Yeah.
But away from Hollywood Boulevard?
Yeah, away from Hollywood Boulevard.
Okay.
One second.
Do you remember the clothing that Hills was wearing at all?
I think he had like a varsity on, and like hat or something like that.
The varsity, was it a blue jacket?
Yeah. It was like a Stussy jacket, like a custom one.
Before I move on from this, at the first point where the defendant is pointing the gun at you, how far away from your body was the end of the gun?
Oh, it was damn near pressed up against me. Like,
Did it actually touch you?
I don't remember everything happened so fast.
But if it wasn't actually touching you, it was very
It
close.
was very close. If anything, I'm pretty sure it probably touched the oaks. That's how close it was.
Did you say to the defendant, put that fake gun away?
No.
Is that something that you would say to him?
No, well, why would I say put that big gun away?
Or why, does that confuse you because you don't know him to actually carry a fake gun?
It's just confusing me all around.
The incident that we see as it's captured on the surveillance video, from the time that the two of you first come to each other to the time where he puts the gun away and walks away, is that the total amount of time that this incident took?
What do you mean?
Meaning, after you all walk off camera at the end of this clip, was there anything else that you remember that happened with the parking garage, or was that he just walked away?
Okay, so right after Elijah's still next to me, and I look off to the right, and I see Jamel putting like kind of kneeling down, which is 12 ASAP 12. I see him putting away a knife. So at this point, mentally, I'm already fucking furious, right? See Jamel putting a knife away. So
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, $118 for car insurance. That's how much I was paying. Okay, I picked up the car a few months ago and watch this. Ready? $97 premium. $20 were my fees.
I'm walking with them, and I'm literally screaming out at the top of my lungs, damn near, on how Rocky failed us and how Jamel went on tour with Rocky for about 8 or 9 years. He's back in the projects. Not that it's his fault, but this is the type of things that occur. You know what I mean? You pull the blanket away and there's nothing there.
Okay.
And then I'm saying other things too. I'm just verbally expressing how I feel. You know what I mean? Because I know I will never see this dude again. You just pulled a gun out on me. You know what I mean? Like, I probably would have walked away if I didn't see Jamel with the knife. Because I'm still with Ills, like right here, kind of. But when I seen that, I'm like, well, fuck it. I'm just gonna talk whatever the fuck I want to say.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you some follow-up questions on that and break it down a little bit.
Okay.
From what you're describing, the additional interactions that you had at the parking garage were seeing 12, correct? With the knife?
Oh, yeah.
But had the defendant, had Rocky walked away,
Say what?
had Rocky walked away?
Everything was happening fast. So he was not quite far away. He was not even like, it's probably like a little bit from like where you at. And I'm sitting right here. In 12, he's probably like, everything's so close. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It was just still kind of like backing me off.
Probably approximating 15 feet.
Okay, so, but my point is, the video that we watched is almost exactly 30 seconds from the time you guys come together to the time you walk off camera. Is that your recollection of maybe how long that interaction at the parking garage took was 30 seconds?
With the whole incident right there,
Yes.
I wouldn't know.
Okay.
Unless I like look at the video timestamps and stuff like that.
Is it fair to say that it was quick?
Oh yeah, it was quick.
Okay. Then he went walking, you said, away from Hollywood Boulevard on Harvard.
Yes.
And he was about 15 feet away from you. The defendant was about 15 feet away, and that's when you saw 12B.
Yeah, his back was turned though. He was like kind of walking already. 12B, no, Rocky. Rocky was kind of walking away already. It was just still next to me, like, because you know we just broke up the situation, and 12B was putting the knife away.
How close to you was 12B?
I wasn't probably like about. If I was to skip, probably like 3 skips away, because after I said what the fuck you got a knife for, 12B kind of walked a little faster to Rocky.
I've had a lot of people estimate using different things. I've never had anyone estimate with skips. How far do you think a skip is? Or
Because that's what I was thinking, because I was physically thinking, I was thinking about punching 12. You know what I mean? Like, what do you got a knife for?
But how close was he? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He was about 3 or 4 skips away.
What does skip mean? How far is a skip?
You know what I mean?
No. How far is a
You
skip?
can point to something in the court.
Like into the middle of where that line is at, like not too,
Like here?
Approximately
yeah, a little bit more
7
than-
feet
Yeah,
from
like right there.
Okay.
about 7 to 8 feet.
Yeah,
All
a
right.
little further actually, because he's bending down, so I'm like, he's putting the knife away, so then when I see that, I'm like fuck, like what the fuck am I doing right now?
Let me stop you though. The knife specifically, what did the knife look like?
I don't know. I just seen it quick. Everything happened quick. I just seen him putting away the knife, and then he said it's not like that.
What
He
is,
said, no, it's not like that. And then he's walking towards Rocky.
what is putting a knife away mean to you? Like, is it a folding knife or he's
I
holding
guess it was a folding knife.
Okay, not like he's wearing a sheath and he's tucking it in his waist.
No.
All right. So he's folding the knife and he puts it in his pocket?
Yeah.
All right.
No, I think he put it in his coat. He kind of like, as soon as he seen me, observed him putting the knife away, he kind of like put it away, kind of skirted off to Rocky, like towards Rocky.
All right. So if the defendant was the first person to walk away, is 12 be the second person to walk after him?
Yeah.
And then you're standing with Ills.
Then I'm walking with Ills pretty much, and Ills is still telling me, yo, can go, and I'm just letting them have it, like just telling them whatever I feel like. You know what I mean?
But you're kind of side by side with Ills.
Yeah, I'm side by side with Ills. Because that's why I was able to like grab him. Or whatever.
You used a couple terms in your answer before. You said this was like a white flag situation.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
meaning we're all ASAP members. So if one person has a problem with another, I'm not expecting anybody else to intervene, or like, you know what I mean? Other than like supporting the person they came with, which they did. They supported Rocky. It was in LA for the couples.
Did you feel like, and I don't want to put words in your mouth, so this isn't how you felt. Let us know. But did you feel like this whole situation, this whole link up, as you described it, was a setup?
Oh yeah, for sure. But I don't think the other two. I think they was just because Rocky had everybody in his house. I was looking on social media later, and I noticed everybody was in his house. So, and if he's flying them to LA, I'm pretty sure he's not getting them a hotel. So I'm pretty sure he's still in his house.
It was leading and it was also non-responsive. Let's take the break now, folks. We're going to resume. Remember, tomorrow's 10, not 10:30. So please be outside the courtroom doors as close to that time as possible. We will resume with this testimony. Go ahead and leave all your materials on your chairs. Don't discuss the case. Don't consult for anybody else. Please don't look at anything in print media or electronic media. See you tomorrow.
Okay, put a one in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. If you hear me, put a one in the chat. What do you think about this guy's testimony? I have a slight issue with. Actually, I'm a little concerned that even if ASAP brought a prop gun, why would he bring any kind of firearm or a replica to link up with someone in his crew? I'm not comfortable with that. And it almost like he punked the guy. You know, they were trying to punk him, scare him. You know, for whatever reason, I don't know what the word exchange that they had. Obviously, they pulled up. I know the area very well. Very well. As a matter of fact, Mayweather has a gym right around the corner. Is a gym right there, Mayweather gym. I stayed in the hotel. I stayed in the same I stayed in the Lowe's, which is right around the corner from the. Oh my goodness! It's right across from the Chinese theater. Oh my goodness! But anyway, I know the area well. I know the area well. But to even bring a gun out, a replica, anything of that, I don't know. He should have probably took the plea. He probably should take the plea. Hold on a second here. Hold on 1 second. Let me hold on a second. Yeah, you ain't either. Get out of here. Yeah, he probably should took the plea, I think. I think he should have took the plea. Because this is not sounding good for ASAP. Even if we pull up, you have to get on the witness stand. You're gonna have to testify. He's gonna have to testify and explain to the jurors why they even bring a prop gun. Because I mean, if it was your intent to put this guy in fear, you may have accomplished that. You bring a prop gun to no. I don't know what they. Oh my God, this is not going to be good. I don't know. Unless ASAP gets on the stand, and what are you going to say? Hey, I brought a prop gun. First of all, what are you carrying a prop gun for? You keep security with you everywhere. Why do you need a prop gun? I never bought that. If they concede there was a prop gun, I'm more inclined to believe there was a real gun. Now, did he shoot at the guy? I don't know. If you can believe he bought a gun to this link up, there are going to be some jurors to say, hey, did he brought a gun? Egos flared up and he might have fired at him, to send a message. This one right here, I don't know. He probably should have taken the plea. I mean, what do you guys think? You think it's plausible that ASAP Rocky just bought a prop gun with no intention of doing this guy any harm? Right. A prop gun don't help anyone. A prop gun. So here's my thought. If you're going to bring anything to a link up and then pull it out on someone, prop or no gun, if you did it just to fear the guy, that's still a crime. No, so no. So he's saying he brought I think the defense is going to be that he bought a prop gun, he never fired anything. And the fact that this guy knew he never fired anything, he put the shell casings, the victim put the shell casings at the crime scene and turned them in. It's interesting that he would even go back and look for shell casings. The police canvassed the area for shell casings. They didn't find anything. But he was able to find this. So he was hell bent on making a case against ASAP Rocky. I would say 99.9% of people that are victims are not going back and looking for a shell casings. No one's going to look for no shell casings. No, who? First of all, who's going to think about going back? Hey, let me go look for some shell casings. I need something to build. He looked for shell casings so he can bolster his story. Or he brought shell case. Well, I don't know that. See, again, someone having shell cases, did he go to a range? They probably need to canvass the gun ranges in the area. If there's gun ranges in the area, there's shell casings in the gun ranges. You go, listen, it's not a gun range I've been to that there weren't shell casings there when I got there. There's shell casings, but that's, well, he can't express himself well, and is it because he's not telling the truth, or he's just what? Why do you think he's not expressing himself well? Uh, I think that he remembers things that are significant. When someone pull a gun on you, you're going to remember that. Now, what was the exchange before the gun came out? See, here's the problem. Even if ASAP brought I don't believe it was a prop gun. He's, the defense is alluding to the prosecution that it was a starter gun, rather a starter, not a prop, but a starter gun, a starter gun. Again, that's still a problem because if I'm a juror, I'm going to say, why would he bring a starter gun when he had access to real guns? Why would he bring a starter gun when he has access to real guns? And the gun's probably likely not even his. It's probably someone else's because he travels all over the place. So it's probably not even his gun. So we have to see. Ladies and gentlemen, let me see if I can get someone from the courthouse to come up on the platform. So I want you guys to stand by. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting for someone to give us a call back. With that said, we will come back on live once we have that person. Thank you guys for tuning in and see you on the next live.